I've got 6 tips for you on how to make time for your marriage right after this. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shayla. I've been married for 11 years, almost 12. It's crazy how fast time is going. We're about to be together almost just as long, as we've been apart. We are high school sweethearts. So it's been a long little while since we've known each other. And if you're in a relationship, if you've ever been in a relationship, if you have children, if you're in interaction with any other person, then you know how important it is to actually make time for the relationship. It does not change once you get married. And I think that a lot of us think like, oh, I have a ring now, or I'm married now, I'm good. No, that's how you get yourself in trouble. So today I have some tips for you on how to make time. I mentioned in the previous video that my husband's work schedule changes a lot. It changes every 2 weeks. And, no matter what, it seems like it always kind of like throws us off a little bit. I'm kind of used to it now. I know what to expect, but it was hard, like adjusting when he first got the position. We're both busy. Collectively, like as a family, we've got a lot of things going on. We're running a church and, I've got a business, he's got a business, and then he's got his full-time job. And so we have to be very intentional about prioritizing our relationship. So I digress. Let's go ahead and jump right in to tip number 1. So my first tip for you is to actually determine what quality time is. How can you say like we're not spending quality time together when maybe your definition of that is different? There are times where you're doing things together that's not actually quality time. Like for instance, we're going to take the kids to jiu-jitsu class. That is not quality time. I'm with you, but I'm not spending that quality time. So have that discussion with your partner. Talk about what you deem to be quality time, what time is valuable to you. Tip number 2, and you will probably hear this in every relationship video that you ever watch or podcast that you ever listen to, is date night. You have to continue to date one another. This is so important. And I know it's much more difficult now that, it's COVID season, everybody's quarantining, or maybe, your state is shut down and you can't dine in or whatever, but you can have a date night at home. You can, have a virtual date night if you needed to. There are ways to get around the climate, the current climate that we're in. Date night is very important. It's how you can connect with your partner again and just have that one-on-one time. My third tip for you is to actually choose what's important. Is it more important for you to get to do work, like outside of work, or clean up, or do that extra load of laundry? Is it more important to do that stuff than it is to talk to your spouse? Maybe, maybe not. That's up for you to decide. Is it more important for you to be entertaining the conversation of your 3-year-old when they don't want anything? They're just trying to interrupt you. Is it more important to entertain them or to continue the conversation with your spouse? This happens to us all the time. It's like my kids have this sixth sense about like, oh, mommy's talking to daddy. Mommy, and you have nothing to say. Hush, choose what is important. Learn how to say no to your kids. Learn how to say no to maybe family or friends that's putting pressure on you to do other things. You have to, at some point, prioritize what you deem to be important to you. My fourth tip for you is to get creative and to be strategic. Now, like I said, my husband's schedule changes every 2 weeks. Sometimes he works from like all evening, from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. So we try to spend time together in the morning. When he's making breakfast, I'll sit and I'll talk to him. Do I have work to do? Yes. Do I have schoolwork to do with the kids? Yes. But to me, that's more important. I can do schoolwork when he goes to work. So it's all about maintaining and maybe having that conversation with your spouse about strategically, okay, how can I steal time away? How can I sneak time in? Even if it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour. Can you have like a lunch date? Can you, call him on your lunch break, or have him call you on his lunch break? Like, I don't know. But it's something to think about, being strategic and being creative with your time. My next tip is to ask God for wisdom. I think this gets overlooked a lot, to just like ask God for help. We are Christians, and we believe that God will let us know, like, hey, try this, do this. And it's not like we hear this audible voice, but you know, you just get this inspiration to try something new, or to think of things in a different way that you maybe never thought of doing them. And that's God giving you wisdom, giving you ideas on how to maintain the relationship. If he put you together, he wants you to be together. So he's going to help you in any way that he can, if we're willing to listen. And my last tip for you is to actually go to bed together. Now, I know that this might be difficult for some of you who, you know, like I'm up early, and so by the time it's 9 o'clock, I'm tired and I want to go to sleep. And, you know, my husband doesn't get home till 10 o'clock at night, or he's leaving for work, you know, so it's a challenge. Or maybe you're the night owl and he wakes up early, you know, but it's, even if you don't go to sleep, just the act of like you guys getting in the bed together, or even just like going up to the room and spending time, that's cool. Like instead of coming down here to work, if he's in the bed just chilling, or if he's like, you know, getting ready for work, I'll go and be with him in the same area as he's getting ready. I'm still doing my work, I'm still getting my stuff done, but I'm just in the vicinity. And so that can spark conversation. And if we get into something, you know, then I'll close my computer and we'll sit there and we'll talk, or we'll laugh, or, you know, whatever, or look at social media together. But it is important, I believe, to, especially if you're in the house at the same time at night, to try to go to bed together at the same time, just to have like kind of that nightcap, I guess. I don't really know what else to call it other than nightcap, but you know, to just really seal the night. And you know, whatever else happens in the bedroom, you know, then that can happen as well. A bonus tip for you is to understand your partner's love language. Now, this is huge, because if you understand their love language, that shows, and you actually do the thing that they understand love to be, then that shows that you are making time for them, that you are valuing them, that you're prioritizing them. Understanding your love languages. I'll put a love languages quiz in the description box for you, so that way, if you are not familiar with it, then you can get familiar. It's very simple. It's a quiz that the both of you can take, and I think it'll really help with your relationship. Let me know in the comment section if you have any other tips. I always love hearing from you guys, and you don't want to miss the next video, because I'm going to be sharing some low-cost date night ideas as well as quarantine date night ideas. So make sure you're subscribed, you hit the notification bell, and don't forget, hiding is overrated. I'll see you next time.